ladies and gentlemen of all ages, boys and girls. Thank you for tuning in to yet another episode of Angry Meat Production. We appreciate you coming in and letting us be a part of your lives week in and week out. We hope to do our best to present you with something that your eardrums delight in. Whether you're looking at us on YouTube or Rumble, or listening to us on Spotify, Google, or Anchor, or any of the other podcast services that we are currently on or trying to get on, we thank you. And if you don't mind, at the end of every episode, stop by, leave us a comment, leave us a like. If it asks for 5 stars, we'll take 5 stars, even if you don't like us. 5 stars are what it's all about. With that being said, we hope you enjoy our attempt to make our advocation our vocation. Ladies and gentlemen, let the games begin. We here at Angry Me Production want to thank our sponsor, Mobile Notary Mindy. She's certified with the National Notary Association. She's also bonded and E&O insured. She offers a wide range of services including wills, powers of attorney, medical documents, healthcare proxies, living wills, certification of trust, assignment of personal property, HIPAA waivers, advanced healthcare directives, and 99 verification. You can find her on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram at Mobile Notary Mindy. You can also visit her webpage at TexasMobileNotaryMindy.com. That's TX, MobileNotaryMindy.com. Thank you so much and enjoy the show. Hey, everybody. It's that time again. It's Monday. And what
Monday?
you know it. Yeah.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm.
Wait.
Everybody, calm down.
No, it's David. Oh my God, he's here.
I know.
It's not 2 weeks in a row. It's not 2 weeks in a row, but it is the second appearance in 3 weeks. So I mean,
hands now.
he's still batting. He's still batting what, like fucking 75% there, or 66%. So I mean, that still gets you in the Hall of Fame.
I was gonna say that's a Hall of Fame performance right there. So.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a Hall of Fame performance. I mean, it would definitely get him an invite guest appearance to the Bananas game. Should they ever grace the the Hopkins, the Skip Hopkins field there in Wichita Falls.
On this show itself, it's a top 3 performance. On this show,
yeah, definitely top 3, absolutely. Well, I mean, and that's probably giving him just a little bit too much credit. I mean, it would be a top 5 performance, even though there's only 5 people or 3 people in the show. Yeah,
top 5.
Yeah, definitely. So hey, Maria's here. Oh, all 3 of us. Yes, no holes barred. Yeah, absolutely.
Now let me see if I can get this to work. Welcome, Maker Figure. Now, today on Nerd Sports 152, we are going to check out.
Oh, hold on.
Shut up, Meg.
You just tried to do the intro after I had already done the intro.
I've been doing it since we started.
Yeah, but because your work schedule doesn't like to line up with the rest of ours, it's kind of, it's been me doing the intro. Me and Chris have been holding this thing down. We've got intersecting fields of fire, and you're just gonna come running in here and you're gonna be like, welcome, and
you just came in. Our range card was beautiful. It had all the dead spots. It was done, and then you came in with your purple crayon and just went.
Yeah, that's how I do things. Anyways,
look, Mr. Sky Janitor, we get it. We understand that you don't. You barely know how to range walk, let alone maintain positive control over muzzle awareness. But here's the thing: don't come in here all hot, man.
Gotta come in hot.
If you're gonna try to slide into somebody's DMs like that, bro, you got to be a little bit more subtle.
You got to finesse.
Yeah.
You don't lead with a deep pick. That's what you just did right there. You led with the deep. He just went.
Yeah, I mean, he was just like,
that's fucking.
God,
I'm
You
sorry.
know, I mean,
That
you-
is
she-
hilarious.
You know, I mean, it's Patrick Mahomes' wife trying to say, take care of your pelvic floor picture, and you slide into her DMs with a D pic, going, "Hey, can you give me a free rating?" You don't do that, man.
Yeah.
But today we're going to talk about.
And you're not the other.
We're talking about D pics, and he's going to bring up midget boxing. That's awesome.
Look at this.
I think
I'm saying there may or may not be a correlation there. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. I think this is funny.
It's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Negative visualization, Jerry, explains a lot about where you're at.
That's awesome.
Anyways, so
Yeah.
how y'all been doing?
A 10-year-old girl with Down syndrome who was taken from her mother and put in a cage. I read about.
That is still funny. That is still funny. I watched that shit and oh my god, I heard that.
Like
I heard
that dude absolutely just, I'm like, his soul left his body and he lost his mind.
I believe it. I absolutely believe it.
All right, so I showed this to David during the pre-show in the green room, as it were. So today I'm sitting there, Chris, and I'm doing physics homework all day, right? And I'm just like my brain's like cooking, and then I just like, all right, I'm going to take a break for a second, and then all of a sudden, the dopamine started leaving a little candy trail going out the door. You know, the bottle opener that I've got here, right?
Yeah.
You know, the round kept coming off of the casing.
Mm-hmm.
I went and I brazed it today and soldered it to the casing, and then I polished it with 2000 grit sandpaper.
That's amazing.
I got done doing it, and I was like, I feel oddly like relaxed and satisfied now. I can go back to doing nerd homework, and yeah, so that's what I did.
That's awesome. I approve.
But yeah, it's a post St. Patrick's Day edition of Nerd Sports. We are mere days away from opening day.
Oh, I can smell it. It's right there.
Dude, I'm telling you, it
smells like cold hot dogs and warm beer.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I firmly believe that opening day for the baseball season needs to be a national holiday.
Yeah.
Like-
But when we have people in the White House who shit the bed and can't remember how to balance on a bicycle, we're not going to see that. So, you know, I'm just kind of putting that out there. Funny thing happening today. One of the new Carlos Rondon, new acquisition during the offseason for the Yankees, he was throwing a no-hitter today against the Phillies. He went 5 2/3 innings today, with pitching no-hit ball. And you know, I'm not sure if this is one of those things that goes that you can file under, hey, that's pretty awesome, or it's going to be a long season for everybody except the Yankees, because Joe Torre, the director, the president of the competition committee for Major League Baseball, was deputized by the shitty excuse for a manager, Aaron Boone, today. And Joe Torre walked out to the mound and pulled Rondon from the game.
In the middle of a no
He
hitter.
made the pitching change himself. It's like, really? Why? I mean,
Wait a minute. Who?
well, okay. So in spring training, stats don't count. All right. So
Yeah,
well,
I heard.
so case in point, it was years ago. I think it was like 2013. The 2013 spring training, John Lester was throwing 7 innings of perfect baseball. He had a perfect game going through 7 in spring training.
And he told John Farrell, pull me. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I don't want to waste my perfect game in spring training. And so they pulled him because the stats don't count in spring training, period. So, I mean, I get it. It's fine. Carlos Rendon, he's out there twirling a no-hitter against, probably guys that are taking their last, big league hacks, before they get sent back down to the minors. And that's fine. It's whatever. But it's still a no-hitter. I'm like, okay, I can kind of appreciate that. I kind of want to lean towards the whole. It's cool to see Joe Torre back out there pulling pitchers or whatever. But I mean, if you're pulled into the game into even somewhat a ceremonial type, position to make a pitching change for a team that you used to manage, and you're supposed to be in a very neutral position and in the big offices in New York City. It's not a good look. I mean, I get that he had a big standing ovation because, the Yankee faithful are just, blind knuckleheads. It's fine. It's great. It's whatever. I don't know. To me, it just didn't have a good look. When I saw that, coming across the wire, I was like, what? No, nope. I'm not seeing that. I don't want to see that. That doesn't even look good. But yeah. And then we've got O'Neill Cruz or Nell Cruz. He's basically he's being kind of billed as a phenom shortstop for the Pittsburgh Pirates. I mean, he went on an absolute. He had 2 home runs that measured together 822 feet. And that's collectively. That's not one shot. Those are 2 moon shots that together measured 822 feet. He went 3 for 4 today. Had 6 ribbies, 5 innings, 7 homers. His last StatCast projected 419 foot 3-run shot in the 3rd inning today. And then wow! 3-foot blast in the 5th. Yeah. I mean, it's spring training. These big daddy hacks don't count. It's going to go a long way towards it's going to go a long way towards, making either the case that he breaks camp with the team and opens up the season on opening day, or if he opens up the season in AAA. It's still fun to watch. Nonetheless, I mean, they're big league. I mean, the parks are still supposed to be built to big league dimensions. So, you're going to have your 407 to straightaway center at Fenway South. You're going to have your short porch at 313. It's Steinbrenner Field going out to right, which is supposed to mimic the short porch in right field at Yankee Stadium in New York.
I was wondering that because there's not really like a definite design on a lot of the field.
I mean, a lot of the ballparks. I mean, most of the teams they build the generic dimensions. Your higher market teams are going to build at least dimensionally. On the field, they're going to build the replicas of the big league parks, just so that way the players get used to it. Especially. Guys that play left field at Fenway, they're going to get used to taking caroms off the big, off the green monster. And it's just, it's a process. Obviously, you're going to get guys, especially Fenway, straightaway center field. You got that triangle out there that goes out to about 420 feet, and it takes forever to go out there. And I mean, you misplay a carom out there, you might as well just go ahead and chalk it up as a triple for that guy that hit the ball out that far. But I don't know. It's still cool to see. I mean, home runs 400 plus feet.
Even if they don't count, it's still.
Yeah, even if it doesn't count. The thing about taking big daddy hacks like that in spring training, though, well, I better hope your conditioning lasts, because you're going to be expected to do that shit all year long. And it's just
Shit. One of the big ones there is like, damn it.
Opening day, he's going to get out there and he's going to, he's going to swing himself out of his socks and he's going to pull an oblique,
Right.
Yeah, I was thinking that
Five
because
on his first maybe.
he's going to be sitting dead red fastball. First pitch of his first at bat, he's going to, the pitcher's going to pull the string and he's going to throw a breaking ball on him and it's going to have like 21 inches of break on it and it's going to sweep to the inside and down and he's going to swing right over the top of it and it's going to be like he's going to put the ball into a time warp and that's just from the displacement of the air traveling over the surface of the bat. But
that's one thing I was wondering, because how many people that like are good in spring training, and as soon as they get into the big leagues and they're doing their thing, that they end up hurting themselves.
Well, it's all about it's all about experience at that point. So, you got the guys who are established major league veterans who know, hey, I need to be at a certain point at a certain, they have basically they set up timelines, right? Like I need to be here by this date. I need to be here by this date. I mean, they know workload's going to increase the further along they go in spring training, the closer they get to breaking camp. And I mean, they're basically, the last couple of games of spring training, you're going to see, your starting lineup playing a full 9 innings. You're going to see starting pitchers, getting their 6-7 innings worth of work. They're still going to be on a pitch count. And that's just because in today's game, I mean, you're almost never going to see a guy go complete game anymore. I mean, unless he's cruising, unless he's averaging anywhere from 9 to 12 pitches an inning, you're never going to see a guy go a full game anymore. And that's just because you've got so many specialized arms in the bullpen these days. You've got your middle relief, you got your front relief, you got your back end relief, you got your closers. I mean, unless a guy's cruising for a no-hitter or he's on his way to a perfect game.
Okay.
You're still going to see action in the bullpen. You're going to still see guys getting warmed up or whatever, or at least stretching. But I think the rule change of going into effect for this year, because last year is that if you got brought into a game, you had to face a minimum of 3 hitters, and I think the rule changed this year to where if you warm up in the bullpen, like you throw in the bullpen, you have to come in and face a minimum of 1 hitter. So I think that's going to add a new dimension.
Kind of middle ground, because if at one point in time when you're actually, doing spring training, that you don't even try, and you get cut, and you're actually a good player. I mean, how many times does that actually happen?
More times than you would think.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. So you get a guy he's under contract, right? He's year 2 of a 3-year or 4-year contract, and he's that player for that position. He comes out and has a bad spring, but you got somebody there who is showing up and showing out. They're going to try to, it's going to be all hands on deck with the coaching staff to try to get that contract player up to speed where he needs to be, or he might not start opening day.
Okay.
He'll still be on that 25-man roster, but it's
you're basically seeing a lot of middle ground when they do that. They're trying, but they're not trying as hard, so they don't injure themselves.
Yeah, it's the consummate professionals that you anywhere from a third of the way to about 3/4 of the way through spring training, you really start to see them start to flick those last little pieces of rust off, and because I mean, mechanically, defensively, offensively, they should be hitting their stride with about 2.5 weeks left in spring training. Because if they're doing their job, if they're dedicated to their job, and they're trying to make sure that the fans, their family, and their legacy is getting every penny out of the dollars that they're being paid, those guys are, like Trevor Story, he's the shortstop for Boston. He lives in Fort Worth, and this offseason, he invited several Red Sox players and several players from other teams that he's friends with to attend a camp this past winter, and that's all they did. They lived at the complex. They worked out together. They did baseball drills together. I mean, they got ready for the season before spring training even started. So when they showed up for spring training, they were ready to go.
Yeah.
They were healthy. They were, already in baseball shape, so to speak. I mean, they're not showing up like Pablo Sandoval did years ago, where he shows up and he's like fucking 75 pounds overweight, and he's looking like Prince Fielder trying to run the bases during the 2013 ALCS. It's like a fucking beached whale, I know that was an oddly specific example, but I mean, every time I think about Prince Fielder, I mean, I know that he's going to go down and as one of the greatest and one of the Texas Ranger greats or whatever. But before he retired because of neck problems with the Rangers, he was a pretty decent first baseman with the Detroit Tigers. And in the 2013 ALCS against the Red Sox, Prince Fielder overran third base. And when he tried to get back, he stumbled over himself, tripped and fell as he was reaching out for the bag, and he missed it by about a foot.
Yes, he was.
And he was laying there flat-faced, arm out. And Will Middlebrooks, who played third base for the Red Sox at that time, he just leaned over and tapped him on the top of the helmet, and
just nonchalant, like just.
Mm-hmm. It was like Willie Mays Hayes stealing his first base in Major League. He slides in, and he's like, "Come on," and then he's like, "Man, fuck you." He just reaches over, But yeah, I'm excited for the season to get started. I mean, I love the fact that I've been able to tune in, watch spring training games relentlessly, and listen to them on the radio. I mean, hell, I even pulled up the Guardians game yesterday on the way back from Terrell, because we spent the second spring break in Terrell. So, well, yeah, because right now I'm a full-time student, so I had a spring break.
That's true.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
Yeah. For what it's worth, it's the last spring break that I'm going to have for a very, very long time.
Without expectation.
So, because as long as everything goes according to plan, I graduate this fall, so it's all good. Yeah. So let me see here. Let me see here. Now, there's I say it's news. It's not really news. The only news really worth mentioning about the Scott Boras 4 is when one of them actually signed somewhere. But there was some rumblings about Blake Snell today. He's the reigning NL or National League Cy Young Award winner from last year. He's still unsigned. So, still,
is it this thing?
Now
he's screaming out, I'm not being signed.
Yeah. Now, Bob Melvin, he managed Snell in San Diego last season. Well, Bob Melvin is the new manager for the San Francisco Giants. And so the San Francisco Giants just recently landed Aroldis Chapman. The jury's still out whether or not that was a good deal. I'm willing to bet it's not. But even as far back as the 15th, which was like 3 days ago, the Astros were reported to be in a very serious pursuit of Blake Snell, because Jose Urquidy, the right-handed starter for Houston, he left his start 3 days ago with a sore right elbow. So, I mean, Justin Verlander, Lance McCullers Jr., and Luis Garcia, they're going to be absent from the starting rotation. to start the season for the Astros. So this might be a pretty good deal for the Astros. I mean, one of the big draws to playing in Texas is the lack of an income tax, state income tax. So, you know, that's always there. That could lower the price tag a little bit. I mean, and this late in the season, or this late in spring training, this close to opening day, you see the guys who are unsigned start to freak out a little bit. And so they start putting pressure on their agents to say, you know what, I don't care about the big money. Just get me at least a 1-year deal.
Well, those agents wants their fucking 3%. That's the problem with that.
It's 15
or 15. I'm sorry.
15%. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's why I think people like Scott Boras need to be run out of the game because, you know, well, I'm looking out for the better interest of my clients. No, you're just looking for somebody to pay that Maserati payment for you or that freaking McLaren payment for you. Nobody cares, man.
Or that lawyer because he accidentally did something stupid. Or his cocaine dealer. I have to have my cocaine dealer get paid.
I mean, I
mean that is expensive. I'll give him.
I wouldn't mind seeing Blake Snell. I really wouldn't mind seeing Blake Snell in an Astros uniform. Because I think really, besides the Giants, I think the Astros are probably the only big club left that even have the remote amount of payroll space to make a serious contending offer for people like Blake Snell. There's Colin Montgomery still unsigned. You know, so I'm just kind of like, wow, you know, it's going to get to the point where I think, because, you know, we discussed earlier a couple of weeks ago that Colin Montgomery's wife is actually she's doing a residency program in a hospital in the Boston area. So, I mean, it's going to get to the point where, you know, they're like, his wife's probably going to start coming down on him and start busting his balls a little bit and be like, just sign a fucking contract.
Right. Yep. Something.
Yeah. And, yeah, David, I wonder who's trying to watch us and there's no pole dancing. And that's because on YouTube, I put pole dancing as a hashtag in our description. So
it's also a hashtag on X.
Because I was gonna go with the whole hashtag straighter than the pole your mom dances on, but then I thought, no, that might get us, you know, canceled for the night. So I crunched it down. I abbreviated it a little bit.
You just got to connect them.
I did, but I'm like, you know, somebody's going to complain about that hashtag, so I'm just like, all right, fine. All right. I mean, we all know that the pole that your mom dances on is warped anyway because Big Bertha, she took too big of a turn in the middle and it just, you know, bent. Anyway.
You ever see a one arm?
You can hear the ball bearings on the top and bottom of those poles just screaming for dear life.
Have you ever seen a one arm pole dancer?
No, I have not.
She was actually pretty good.
Wasn't there one that was like a?
I gotta hand it to her.
Wasn't there one that was a double amputee?
Yeah, there was one at one point in time, and she was pretty decent. She was all legs.
You know, I mean, yeah, she was all legs. She didn't quite have a grip on the concept of pole dancing. So
yeah.
God damn it.
Like no arms. I'm like, nope, she doesn't have a grip on it. She didn't understand the assignment. Needless to say, she never skips leg day.
Yeah. Yeah, this is what we're doing today.
Yeah, this is what we're doing. Choosing violence today. Yeah.
You really are your father's children.
Yeah, absolutely.
We really are.
Yeah.
and nothing can go wrong. Oh no, it all went wrong.
Basically, anytime I'm on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So now let me see here. I don't want to talk about the draft. I want to see free agency tracker. So here we go. All right. So we've got more free agency stuff to talk about.
What for the
Let me
NFL?
see here. Cornerback. Yeah. No, for the NBA. When have we ever fucking talked about the NBA on this show?
NFL.
David, you got lost in the fog of your own conversation, and that is a beautiful thing.
You keep on lagging out.
No, because you said because I said we're going to talk about free agency stuff, and you said about the NFL. I said no, about the NBA. When have we ever fucking talked about the NBA? And you were like,
I think this conversation is probably the most NBA talk that we've had.
well, that whenever I do get on my soapbox because LeBron James said something incredibly stupider than normal.
I say that's a
I know it's a low bar. It's a low bar. I mean, unlike his hairline, which is really high, but
what happens? You don't have that good of an education.
Oh no, he had plenty of education. I mean, the Catholic private school that he went to in Ohio paid him and his mom a lot of money to go there.
It's true.
It's very true.
He didn't learn nothing, but
No. Let me see here. News out of Dallas. Leighton Vander Esch announced his retirement today.
That happened?
Yeah, he played 6 seasons. He was the middle linebacker. He just, I mean, I don't blame him. I mean, with neck stingers becoming a very chronic thing.
Yeah,
it's not worth it. I mean, really.
Well, like I said last episode I was on. I mean, look at what was it, Jason Kelsey?
Yeah, Jason Kelsey.
Looking at that documentary, what he put himself through just to get on the field for training.
Mm-hmm. But we do have signing information about the Dallas Cowboys, unlike last week. They re-signed running back Rico Dowdle. He took a year absence away from the team, played free agency somewhere else last year. He garnered a career high 500 and something yards rushing last year. They re-signed him to a 1-year deal. Now, because we no longer have Tony Pollard as the number 1 running back, Dowdle is now slotted as the running back number 1. So I still think that Dallas should have made a run at Derrick Henry. Just kind of put that out there.
Don't try to give me any kind of hope. We all know this is going to be another heartbreaking season. We already know.
Oh no, dude, this is going to be a trash year. Linebacker Eric Kendricks signed with the Cowboys. Cornerback Jordan Lewis signed a 1-year deal. And let me see here. Safety Trent Sieg, SIEG, re-signed on a free agent deal. There's there's no money information about him at all. And that might be for baby daddy, baby mama reasons. I have no idea. Dowdle, he was the number 2 slot. He was the number 3 running back whenever we still had Zeke Elliott. Whenever they had the 2-headed monster with Zeke Elliott and Pollard a couple of years ago, Dowdle was the number 3 back, and he was like the third down back kind of. He was more of a receiving back than anything else. But I'm kind of interested to see what would happen. What's going to happen. With the premium that they're putting on Dak this year on his arm, I really don't see him getting a whole lot of. He's going to get his fair share of touches, especially on screen plays, halfback options, things like that. But I I just don't see Dallas going run heavy at all. The defense is going to be an absolute train wreck because Dan Quinn took his talents to go head coach somewhere else. Washington, I think it was. I mean, I hate to say this, but Washington's probably going to be that unpleasant surprise in the NFC East this season.
We know it ain't going to be Dallas.
Yeah, it ain't going to be Dallas. I think it's going to be a toss-up. You're going to see Washington come out of nowhere, and they're going to give Philadelphia a run for their money this year, I think.
Yeah.
Because the heart and soul of that offensive line retired in Philadelphia. So, center's going to have the guy that they brought in to play center, he's got a pretty big pair of shoes to fill. But yeah, don't look for Dallas to have a 13-win season this year. I mean, I'm saying they're going to go maybe 10-7.
Yeah, they'll just have a feeling they'll be lucky to break 500.
No, I'm giving them a bit of the doubt. They're going to be a 10-7 team, and they're going to miss the wild card.
Yeah,
because of divisional games.
We've gone through it too many times. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just. I don't know what it is with players when they come to Dallas. They come in, they're like, all right, I got the star on the side of my helmet now. They got that money, and then they come here and they just get broke.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't get it. And it can't be because of the stage. I mean,
you really can't look at all the stuff until like their training session, really. But Cowboys has always been, they had like good starting up. Everybody's like praising them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the case of every year. You get a good 2 months. And then that December failure is not a joke.
Yeah, when you look at teams like Philadelphia, I mean, when they went out and got Saquon Barkley from the Giants, Saquon Barkley is a good back. I mean, he's a great running back, and they got him on a really good deal. They got him locked up for 3 years. They went out and got Devontae Parker on a 1-year deal. They went out and got a couple of really good edge rushers. They got Bryce Huff on a 3-year deal. They re-signed Brandon Graham to a 1-year deal. Linebacker Devin White signed a 1-year deal. They go out. They locked their kicker up to another 4-year deal, 4 years, $24 million extension. That includes $14.2 million in guaranteed money. Jake Elliott, he was in the last year of his contract with Philadelphia, but and then they agreed to a 1-year extension with their punter Braden Mann. So I mean, like the fact that I'm not convinced that Marcus Mariota is going to be the quarterback for Washington, though. They went out and signed him to a 1-year, $6 million contract. They went out, got Austin Eckler for running back. He's pretty solid, but Zach Ertz coming in off, coming in off of the Walker parade, or the hover around parade to play tight end for 1 year. Tyler Biadasz playing center for Washington coming in from Dallas. I mean that had Dan Quinn's fingerprints all over it. I'm not going to lie. I think that was a solid pickup for Washington at center. They got Dante Fowler Jr. signing in a free agent deal at the edge rusher position. They picked up a lot of key personnel that they needed at a lot of really key positions that were just honestly lacking for Washington last season. And they're making a lot of noise. So, I mean, I just hope that Dan Quinn has got it I mean, we know that he knows his defensive stuff. Because I mean, he was the defensive guru and play caller for Dallas for like what 3 years, 4 years, 3 years, right? But you know, I mean, it's not that Dan Quinn is a stranger to head coaching. I mean, he was the head coach at Atlanta. He took Atlanta to the Super Bowl and suffered he was on the wrong side of history with one of the greatest comebacks in Super Bowl history against Tom Brady.
Yeah.
So, but he still showed that with an Atlanta squad. I mean, with the Atlanta Falcons, yeah, they had Matty Ice as their quarterback, but Matt Ryan, I mean, after that Super Bowl in for Atlanta, he wasn't the same quarterback like ever. He went to Indianapolis for like a year and then just called it quits because he's like, yeah, fuck this, I'm going to the booth. But Dallas just, I don't know, man. It's just so underwhelming. And I don't know if it's because, I don't know if it's because of people like Dak Prescott. I don't know if it's because of CeeDee Lamb.
No, you just go for the center of the target, man. You go for Jerry Jones.
Well,
Everybody.
That goes without saying, David.
Like we all know
everybody who has followed everybody who followed Dallas even a day in their life knows that the problem starts and ends with Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
That's never going to change. Well,
with players themselves. Well, yeah, because eventually Father Time is just he's going to figure out the code to get into the safe, and he's going to take Jerry Jones from us. But and the only place in Texas that you're going to see the flags flying at half mast are going to be outside AT&T Stadium.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I put a lot of it on the players. Okay. I mean, you see players restructuring their contracts to free up cap space. Patrick Mahomes just had his contract restructured to free up cap space so they could get more personnel in there. Because
that's what it does.
The biggest bullseye of bullseyes has been painted on Kansas City's back. They are now the two-time, the back-to-back defending Super Bowl champions, and they're going for the first three-peat ever in NFL history.
Yeah.
So that everybody in the league is going to come gunning for them. And Patrick Mahomes, to his credit, is very wise about that. So he's like, look, restructure my contract, free up some space so we can get some guys in here, even on a 1-year deal, so we can try to get this 3-peat locked up. 4-peat, and we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But the 3-peat, that's what we're focusing on. The Vikings for the other day signed Sam Darnold to a 1-year deal that included $8.75 million guaranteed money with a max value of $10 million. And it's like, Sam Darnold? Really? Oh, that's rough, dude. I mean, Aaron Jones defected from Green Bay. He signed a 1-year deal to go play running back with the Vikings. Let me see here. Kirk Cousins, he's still far and away, he won the offseason by signing that huge $180 million deal for 4 years with the Falcons. And it's like, good luck down there and have fun paying those Georgia State income taxes. I'm just kind of putting that out there on your plate there, guy. Let me see here. We know that Baker Mayfield found a home finally in Tampa Bay. So happy for him. Let me see here. Sam Donald or Aaron Donald. I'm sorry, Aaron Donald, the defensive player for the LA Rams. He announced his retirement finally.
Mm.
Yeah, he said that he was going to announce his retirement after LA won their Super Bowl. And he ended up playing another 2 years. And I'm like, okay, did we not see the writing on the wall? I mean, I know that you're going to miss the competition and everything, but there's something to be said for going out on top. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
that ship has sailed.
Yeah, that it just.
It was a nice wish, but
I mean, you get Jared Goff coming in off of this 1-for-1 quarterback trade, and you're like, oh, okay, he took us to the Super Bowl. We're going to ride Jared Goff into the ground. Well, I think the universe righted itself whenever Jared Goff just very drunkenly watched that reporter like break her back falling off the fucking stage and didn't do anything about it.
Mm.
Yeah. So, during their Super Bowl parade, he's all pounding a beer, and this photographer or reporter sitting there trying to take a picture, and she falls backwards off the stage, and he kind of just looks over and like, "Did you guys fucking see that?" And his wife is the only one that gave a shit enough to run over there and check on her.
Oh man,
classy.
Yeah, very classy, But hey, that's what you get for going to playing.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers is
Yeah, look for the Jets to amount to a whole lot of nothing behind the wonderful arm and the repaired Achilles.
No, not even NFL news. It's political. RFK said he might be taking in Aaron Rodgers to be his VP if he's still running.
That is nothing more than just.
Yeah, it's soundbite.
I mean, there's no substance behind that statement at all.
No, I'm with you. I was laughing.
I mean, what his ex-girlfriend Shailene Woodley, the actress. I mean, can you imagine? I mean, can you imagine the look on her face? Like, yeah, I could have been the second lady. Woo. I'll take not being the second lady over not having to deal with his what is it, dark room yoga and man buns. Oh, come on, man. Seriously. I don't think that the Naval Observatory would look, would be a good look. I think it would clash hard with his man bun. And he would have to shave every day.
Would he though? I mean, what are the grooming standards for the vice president?
I mean, have you seen any public official in Washington next to that Lurch from Philadelphia?
That's because he can't be trusted with a razor,
right? I mean, they let the guy show up in sweats.
Yeah, or just because he
actually, after he had his like little medical episode, he actually came back more conservative and.
Yeah,
sounds a little bit more intellectual. I think they swapped out the wrong body double.
Yeah, yeah,
right.
It's like,
we would.
They put him in there, and they're like, "Oh wait, fuck, we fucked up."
One.
Yeah,
that's not be normal.
He went on. What was it?
Someone I don't know.
He went on. I forget what talk show it was.
He's been on The View at least twice.
Oh, The View got canceled.
Huh? Yeah.
Don't play with my emotions.
No. ABC announced that the View is canceled. They are not renewed for next year.
Don't you play with my emotions?
No, I mean, and surprise, the reason that they cited for the show not being picked up was the decline in viewership.
Oh no, you are wrong, sir. ABC did not drop The View from its 2024 lineup. The narrative.
Hey, sir. You realize that we are in 2024. I said next season. This was reported like 3 weeks ago that ABC's not renewing the View.
But it's not. It was a satire.
Was it a satire?
Yeah,
Because it came from ABC's website.
because I'm seeing
Yeah, I'm seeing it too.
there's like 4 articles in a row.
All right, fine. Okay. All right.
Let me
Well,
make
maybe
sure-
they retracted it. No, maybe they retracted it and said, you know what?
Let me check the date on it.
April's Fools, everybody. And they just decided to prank everybody early. I don't know. But like, who's actually watching this show besides political, like the political talk show, producers looking for sound bites?
Nobody.
I mean, I think that we could we could single-handedly in one fell swoop solve global warming if we duct tape Rosie O'Donnell, Whoopi Goldberg, and Joyless Behar's face completely shut.
You want to hear something funny?
It's false.
Here,
I'm
I'll read something that's absolutely hilarious.
okay.
A spokesperson for the network, ABC, said via email the claim is not true and added The View is currently the most watched among daytime talk shows in the country. A. B. How many times have you been walking through a doctor's office or fucking through the airport or something like that? Just it's on in the background and not a single fucking person is even looking at it. So
they're
most
going off Nielsen numbers. That's what they're doing.
exactly.
That's
Well,
what they're doing.
On the screen, this one's watched. There's a difference.
Any of the news ones, it's the same thing. It was like, oh, we're getting this much ratings and everything. I was like, no one's watching that shit.
No, you're not. Shut up.
Most
You remember the Cartoon Network show Ed, Ed and Eddie, right?
Oh
Yeah.
God, yes, loved it.
All right. So you remember the Canker Sisters?
Yes.
All right, David, I'm going to send this to you guys. I want you to share this because for whatever reason, I can't share my screen. When we were in Terrell this weekend, we went to the Walmart in Terrell to go get some stuff for dinner. And our cashier, I looked up and I was like, holy shit, that's a live action Canker Sister. So I snuck a picture of her and I sent it to Colin and he thought it was friggin' hilarious.
There we go.
There's the ding.
See if I can put this up there.
Did not take a picture of her name tag. I'm not trying to get myself in trouble.
You don't ever try though; it just happens.
I know. I'm still waiting on a cease and desist letter from the First United Methodist Church of Roanoke.
Apparently, they're not fans of the show because otherwise,
Why is it being so?
we should go sometime just because we can. Like, so
Right.
we're up.
All right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do like I did last week. I'm just going to do this. Does that not look like one of the Canker Sisters, dude?
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
And like, she even sounded like her, like that particular sister. I'm sitting there going, I'm like, wait a minute, what?
There's no way.
I had to do a double take because I was like, no. So I had to snap a picture of her real quick, and yeah,
That's awesome.
it's hilarious, dude. Oh, now if she stumbles across our show because she was looking for for pole dancing videos,
That would be hilarious.
feel free to reach out. We want to have you on the show.
Yes, please. Also, if the deacon of the First
United Methodist, of Roanoke, that would be great.
If
We want
you're
to find out where your wife's been.
we have to have you on the show. Yes, please reach out immediately.
Oh.
If not sooner.
And yeah, I'm always on the lookout for like really quirky names in the NFL and sporting world just in general.
What about that high school?
No, hold on. The defensive lineman playing for the Jets signed a free agent contract by the name of Leki Fotu. Lekifotu. Leki Fotu. Yep.
What about that high schooler's name?
That is
What?
High schooler's name.
Nope, we're not. We're
Yeah.
You're trying to get us canceled now.
Nope.
Oh man.
Not happening, sir.
that is just hilarious.
Not doing it.
Not gonna do it. Wouldn't be prudent.
Gonna do it.
Shut up, Meg.
All right.
Next month is going to be the NFL draft. Apparently, the Bears have like number 1 pick. So
I'm going to reject your reality and substitute it with one of my own, sir.
you do that.
Because for the next 4 weeks, we're going to be inundated with so-and-so's mock draft and so-and-so's mock draft. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck's mock
It's
draft.
already been happening.
What?
Yeah, it's already been happening. Everybody's
and I'm so like I'm done with it. I'm over it already. Like,
Because like most of them are computer generated.
Yeah.
they are, and I'm just like, oh my god.
Here's a thought. How about we wait till the actual draft?
Right? Let's report on it like real people.
No, we have to give our speculation and opinions. That's what we're here for in the first place.
Here's my speculation. The most entitled kid's going to get the most undeserved contract, and we're going to see somebody coming out of the 6th round become a stud. And wait, hold on. This is just this. I'm just getting this. Yeah.
Late breaking
Nope.
news.
Late. Yeah. You are hearing it here first. Angry Me Productions as a whole, we don't give a fuck.
I just like how you just drew that out a little bit too long. You can just shorten that up a little bit.
If you had a dime for every time
It'd be fun for me.
No.
if you had a dime for every time you've heard the words "it's too long," you still wouldn't have a dime.
I like where this is going. Giggity, giggity, giggity.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, boy. You see John Dudley get into it with Goldberg for Briscoe?
I mean, Justin Nunley? Yeah,
Justin.
I did see those videos.
You had me for a second there. You had me for a second, and then no.
Yep. Just,
May the force be with you.
Yep.
Did you see his son?
Oh God.
Goldberg's
First son, yeah, fucking huge.
freaking monster.
The DNA from that freaking family.
In the words of John Aaron, the seed is strong in this one.
Yeah.
The seed is strong. There's a nerd reference for you.
Yes, it is. Y'all see Dune 2?
I did.
That was
Nope.
really good.
I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait.
Been waiting on Colin.
Oh,
do you wait
my
for?
God. I sent him the link and he's read it. So I'm assuming he's trying to get logged in. Oh, boy. Come on.
What happens when you assume?
Yeah, I know. I start to stutter, stammer, bumble, trip, fall, and I sound like David. Exactly.
Yeah. I think I'm contagious at times.
Contagious.
Contagious.
Or you said contagious.
I probably did.
You did.
It just goes to show how much of a fucking idiot I am.
No, come on, David. Don't bag on yourself. That's our job.
You're doing a better job.
Take all the fun about it.
look,
You do it.
You know, you make this rare appearance, and then all of a sudden, we feel like we have to kind of balance it out. Like, we'd be nice to you, we build you up, and then we tear you back down again. It's kind of like that calculated torture where I'm like, I'm not going to kill you. I'm going to get it to where you need to be revived by a couple of bags of blood. I'm going to get you stabilized again, and then I'm going to start it all over again. It's one of those.
But
It's like Lucy. No. It's like Lucy with the football, but every once in a while, she leaves it down. She lets him kick it.
Yeah.
Every once in a while.
Every once in a while.
So we give you just enough that you start thinking, hey, and then
There's hope. Yeah.
Yep. You take the football away.
It's pretty bad though when I take the football away myself. So I guess
But it's just not as fun because then at that point, you might as well just start listening to My Chemical Romance, Wear Eye Black, and start cutting yourself.
Oh, which reminds me, new Crow movie.
What?
The new Crow movie. They did
No, you guys.
do?
No, the bad one. You guys heard they did a remake of Tombstone.
Fuck off. No, they didn't.
Matthew McConaughey is playing Doc Holliday.
Bullshit.
Look it up.
Oh, shit. Breaking news. Blake Schnell just signed a 2-year agreement. Hold on a second. Just got the notification. Come on. Fucking hell. Where'd the story go? It was right fucking there. News. Come on. Blake Schnell agrees to a 2-year, $62 million deal with the Giants. So take Blake Schnell off the board.
All right. We'll talk about breaking.
And Shohei Ohtani officially has his very own logo, and it's just as underwhelming as the news was that he signed with the Dodgers.
Not surprising.
Okay. This is. Oh my God. Okay. Rumors centered around 2024 Tombstone remake starring Will Smith spread like wildfire on social media over Christmas weekend. Val Kilmer.
Hey, yo, you keep his wife's name out your fucking mouth.
But yeah, I'm seeing it that they are.
Please tell me Will Smith wasn't going to play Wyatt Earp.
No, I didn't see anything about Will Smith.
I would love to see it if Will Smith was going to play like Ike Clanton. That'd be great.
Just to see him get shot.
Now, okay,
because Ike Clanton, I mean, he pussed out and he got shot doing a bank robbery years after the Cowboys got disbanded.
Mm-hmm.
He died a 2-bit, bank robber, shrouded in a cloud of irrelevance.
Okay, the Matthew McConaughey one is okay. This teased a new Tombstone remake starring Matthew McConaughey and Jeffrey D. Morgan, which that's not actually that bad. I just don't want to see it remade. They made it the first one. Alone. Yeah, they're good actors. Hands down, both those actors are really good. But do we really need this bullshit? It's like we already have it, and it still holds up.
That's the problem is we don't need it, but we're going to get it. I mean, did we need a new Roadhouse?
No.
Roadhouse.
No.
I gotta find that sound bit. I gotta find that sound bite. Peter Griffin saying Roadhouse. I gotta find it.
Mind you,
Okay, so there's no actual confirmation that it's being done.
Oh,
No.
my God.
no.
Small
It's,
win. Hey,
it's-
you know what? I'm going to take that as a victory. Small one, even though it may be a small one. I mean, David, you can preach to the choir. I mean, small victories sometimes is all we're going to get in life, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all I have right now. Is the little small victories. I mean, I got a look from a lady today. I mean, it was a weird look, like she thought I was trying to stalk her or something like that. I was, but it was still nice
Did he
to get
butt
like,
out with some like
Should
Victorian
Jeffrey-
English on us? Did he say, I got to look for my lady today?
That's
Like,
right,
my lady?
milady.
My lady?
no, a lady, not my lady.
Oh,
You know, Jeffrey Dean Morgan is supposed to join the Boys cast.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's actually in that one. Yeah, he's
yes, that makes me happy. Like that makes me happy on the inside. It's funny because the Boys got renewed for season 5 before season 4 even premiered.
Yeah.
Actually, season 4, I think it's still in post production. We haven't even gotten a premiere date on it yet.
No, it's still waiting on that one. Because what happened was they were gonna
Starlight.
they-
I don't care.
they did the Gen V to give a little bit of a leeway until
Yeah.
like the rest of the, because it was still that
I want the shrinking girl. I want the shrinking girl to take Starlight's place.
the whole cast from Gen V is supposed to go into Boys. It's supposed to be like a crossover stuff still.
Yeah, but it just the whole Aaron Moriarty trying to pull off the whole, hey, look, I'm still Starlight. No, honey, you're not. You're really not.
You cut your
They hit her with a zombie ray or something like that. Our Homelander pulled his punch and hit her in the gut, and now like she can't eat, so she's starving to death. I would love that storyline. That would be great.
That would be fucking hilarious.
There
we
go.
I got him.
What guy?
What is that sound?
You have a fan on?
Turn your ceiling fan off. You have a ceiling fan on, Colin?
No,
Do you have a fan? Off fan on?
nothing's making sound.
Man, it's echoey as fuck. Oh.
Wow, that's weird. Okay. I need to get you a set of headphones, dude. That's all there is to it. Yeah, plug them in. There you go. And they got a microphone on them too, so they're a game. Oh, those Turtle Beaches I bought you, right? Yeah, that sound right there. Oh, that sounds so much better. Say something.
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, so much better. So much better. Look at that. All right, bud. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Here we are, rising from the smoke and haze of desolation. It's not too far, but it's Ronan, bent on doing that which has been said right. But here, for your ears and your eyes, even to feast upon. I mean, it's somebody's genetic code. But ladies, gentlemen, angry faithful, all ages, it's that time again. For joke time with Colin.
Oh.
Like, I don't know what to do.
Make it up. Handwritten invitation.
Don't breathe through you're breathing on the microphone. There you go.
There we go.
What do you call an orphan that gets kidnapped? Surprise adoption.
I was gonna say lucky. So
Doesn't that seem like a state or federal crime? I'm just curious. Isn't that
Yeah.
Depends if you go across state lines. I think then it becomes federal.
that's true. They would cross the state lines. Yeah.
Yeah.
because it technically all orphans are property to the state. I'm not trying to ruin the joke. The joke's fucking hilarious, but I just had that curiosity in my head.
I don't know.
Not coming.
That's
David.
a green room question.
David.
That's a BTS question right
No.
there.
No.
That's for people-
We're not
that's
gonna
for people-
no. We can't let this. Did you just say property of the state?
They are wards of the state, sir.
Thank you.
Oh, wars of the state. Okay.
There's an amendment about having people as property.
Yeah. You know, the whole,
I-
they are not 3/4 of a person anymore. They're actual people. That's
They're
why
actual
racism is
people,
bad.
David. I know you haven't gone along with the program yet, and you're still fighting against it, but they are real people now. Actual and whole.
So fucking spare parts, bud.
God damn it.
Really?
Don't be so template, David. Come on. Give your balls a tug, tit fucker. Jeez. All right, what else you got, Colin?
Oh, man.
What do you call a virgin from Alabama? An orphan.
Wow. Wow. Okay, so all right. Is that the only are those the only two you got? That reminded me of a joke that I told years ago. And if your sister is still listening, she's going to take a little bit of offense to this. But I told this once when I was still married to her mother, and she was like, what? So what does a woman from Tennessee say after having sex?
What?
Get up, Paul. You're crushing my smokes.
You gotta deal with the accent. Get up, Paul. You're
You're crushing my smokes. Dude, if you spend any discernible amount of time in Tennessee, you understand that they've got kind of like this hodgepodge like accent, right? Because you got Southerners coming in from everywhere, and so like they talk real slow.
ever horrible.
There's bells. Oh my god.
That is hilarious.
Like the first time I heard Belle's mother call a garden hose a hose pipe, I was like, the fuck? What the hell is a hose pipe? She goes, it's the hose that you put on your house. And I was like, so it's a garden hose. She goes, no, it's a hose pipe. I said, you show me anywhere in a Home Depot flyer or a Lowe's flyer where it's advertised as a hose pipe. She goes, it's a hose pipe because it's a hose you put on the pipe outside your house. That's a fucking garden hose.
You can just stop it right there. Like it's just a hose. It needs nothing else after that.
Right. And like I get the whole calling a shopping cart a buggy because I do that.
I mean, yeah.
But it's not a hose pipe. No,
it is not a hose pipe.
It is not a hose pipe.
It's not a pipe at all, first of all.
Yeah, pipes are solid.
You could call the thing that sticks out of the house where you screw the pipe or the hose into it.
Because it's a
hose. That's
right?
literally a pipe for the hose.
Yeah.
So that's a hose pipe.
But so do you cut up a hose pipe to turn it into a beer bong? Then what do you call that? A beer pipe?
That's a good question. That's pretty good.
I'm just kind of putting that out there.
I'm taking the stunned silence as agreement.
Yeah, that's right. So, being as that we like to pretend that this is a democracy, I want a show of hands. The official nomenclature for garden hose forever now, from this day forward on this show, will be garden hose. All those in favor say aye.
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 All those opposed say nay.
You guys have it.
All right.
Yeah.
It's a unanimous vote. The motion passed. All right. Nice. Out of here with that.
That means in the comment section too.
Yeah. I mean,
If we had more people in there, you could one
Especially in
bell.
the comment section.
right. She's gonna send the link to her mom. Her mom's gonna come charging in there. It's a hose pipe. You mean tell my dad get off me, smokes? I think it would be kind of comical to have an ex-wife on the show. I think it really would. At some points, they'd be like, "Why weren't you this funny when we were married?" I was. Just didn't pay attention closely.
I was, but that other dick in your mouth was kind of,
No, sir. No. I will. No. Nope.
I'm not talking about you.
All right, your ex-wife, maybe. All right. So, okay. All right.
Let's specify.
But I make it a very, very stringent point to not badmouth the mother of my children. Really. Yeah. We may not get along, but you know what?
Even the people in the comments are going against Bella.
Yeah. The hose or the water hose. Exactly. It's a hose.
Yeah.
It's a hose. Water hose.
Hoses are flexible.
Garden hose.
Pipes aren't.
Yeah. Pipes are not. Yes.
Why do you
PVC
think they
pipes.
call it lane pipe.
PVC pipes have flex.
Yeah.
It's called elasticity. They usually return back to their original shape, which is a straight line.
You didn't.
Hey, what's the
Johnny?
garden fire hose?
I said that's why it's called lane pipe, because it's
Right. Yeah. Exactly. That's why we call it laying pipe. Exactly.
Yeah. Friend of mine is a pipe layer for an oil field. That's what he loves to do. He's like, what do you do? Lay pipe.
oral pipe layer for an oral field. Is that what you said?
My daughter's over there in the corner, rocking back and forth, sucking on your earlobe.
Well, every time you guys do this, every week.
Oh my god.
It's not my fault.
Oh man. Yeah. I mean, there's some other things out there that they say differently in Tennessee, but I'm like, you know what? Yeah.
What's the whole soda Coke conversation?
There's this one weird thing that they say too that
I've heard people call it pop, and I'm like, what?
I grew up
pop in the mouth? You want a cup of pop? What do you want my dad to go jerk off in a cup for you? I mean,
when I was growing up, we called it pop. No, the Tennessee they say this other weird thing. Let me see if I can get it right. Go Vols. It's really weird.
Right, yeah, Vols, yeah, go Vols, yeah, like everybody like Rocky Top, yeah, no, I got you. Yeah.
It doesn't sound right at all.
Yeah, and you get those people that live around Nashville area. They're like, "Oh, go Vanderbilt!" Oh my god,
That's
anchor down.
still a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we were talking about Vanderbilt a couple of weeks ago when we were talking about Red Wings.
We were. Oh,
Yeah.
Yes, we were.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
I had almost purged that. Comes roaring back.
Sorry. Oh, I'm just gonna take a drink of my tea right here. Yeah.
So glad my girlfriend doesn't listen to these.
Oh, hold on. She's texting me now. Texting me now. Hold on.
Worse.
She goes, I will die on this molehill. Okay. Yeah. Molehill. Absolutely, it's a molehill. It's more like it's like one of those annoying speed bumps, where they paint the speed bump on there, and
it's not actually.
It's in ones. It's not actually made out of the asphalt. It's like
being a protester and you're the only one holding up the sign, or
like, I'm going to stop oil people. I'm going to glue my hand to the street.
It was like that one dude a couple years ago where I saw was on strike against Starbucks, and he was one man picket line.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, that was.
I don't drink Starbucks anyway because I bought my own espresso machine, so I grind up my own and I make my own stuff. But I'm just like, man, come on.
I need to do that, but I don't know where I'm going to put that.
Well, don't leave it to people in the comments because they might tell you to attach it to your hose pipe.
I know. I'd be so confused.
Get water if it's not attached to the hose pipe. I'm just gonna start just putting pipe in just random. Hi, Mindy.
If it's a new wider camera angle, you were just in that shot.
Yep.
What?
Wait a minute. Did she just?
Oh, it does.
Did you not turn on the on air?
Yeah, she break the on air sign. Oh,
yeah, she did. She broke the on air barrier. Yeah, that's what she did. She did this. She looks at me. She goes, "That's a bad one."
That's a bad one.
Hear you, but they know that you came and you broke the you were over the line. Over the line.
I bought this thing. She already broke it.
She didn't break it. She broke the seal.
Well, see, because I have informed the boys under penalty of death. Well, not necessarily death. Okay,
maybe.
But I told them, I was like, when that light comes on, if I hear you, I'm gonna, after the show is over, I'm gonna come out here and I'm gonna very calmly, coolly, collectively rip your head off, crap down your neck, and screw it back onto your shoulders.
Yeah.
Kind of like what's gonna happen with Mike Tyson and Jake Paul.
Oh, dude.
Have
you been keeping up with Tyson's TikTok account, his social medias?
Fucking epic.
He uploads his daily workouts.
Yeah.
Like he was like day 3. She's like, day 3, you still want to fuck with me? I'm like,
I got a guy up at work that he's like, Jake Paul's got this. I'm like, no.
Mike Tyson has unequivocally said he is going to retire Jake Paul.
Yeah.
He actually said, he was like, do you think I took this for money?
Yeah.
I mean, when Mike Tyson tells you, I'm not doing this for the money, he is going to derive pleasure from the beatdown that he will hand out, and I am going to be there for it.
Like,
dude, it's 20th on Netflix, dude. I keep on looking at my account
because I got money in my account, and I keep on. It's like Dallas isn't that far away. It's only $400.
Did you want to know how much the tickets to get into that are going to be?
$386. Yes, for the nosebleed.
I'll tell you what, though. I'll tell you what. Here, hold on. Let me look at the calendar here. Hold on. Let me look here.
Angry Me Day at the Tyson fight.
Oh, and it's a Thursday night.
No, it's not. It's on a Saturday.
June 20th.
June 20th.
The fight's on June 20th. I thought.
Oh, it's a Thursday.
Yeah, it's a Thursday.
Yeah, look up the date of the fight, because if it's a Thursday, bro, and the VA gives me my back pay like I'm hoping that they're going to by then, I may be down. I just may be down, because there's no such thing as a bad seat in AT&T because they got that big jumbotron. July 20th.
Yeah.
And first, second. Nope. I'm gonna have the because I'm gonna have the boys that month. I don't know. Depending on what ticket prices. Colin, would if we got the money, you want to go see a fight?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. Yeah,
That enthusiasm right there.
dude. I mean, one, it's Mike Tyson, legend.
I don't like Jake Paul, so like I would just
Paul.
like to see him get like,
Beat.
dude, Mike Tyson's gonna hit him, and Jake Paul's just gonna be there on the floor, and he's gonna be like,
It's
"Did I hit you too hard there?" Like,
I saw a
still
TikTok
with me?
today. I saw a TikTok. It said, Mike Tyson's first punch, to Jake Paul, and it was like that. And you see, Jake Paul like kind of shake it off, and then he looks over. he sees Carl Weathers over there waving at him, and he's like,
I found one that was Muhammad Ali.
"Oh, Muhammad Ali, yeah."
Yeah.
I was just like, "Wow." You
Dude,
see Jake Paul turns out, like,
dude, what got me was his trainer, Mike Tyson, when he threw the punch.
his trainer has to tap out.
Yeah. Well, no, he punched, and from what the angle was of that video, it looked like he missed him. Still unbelievable, but his fist grazed his lip, and he just like had a cut. I mean, it was a cut. I was like, he grazed him. He grazed him. It wasn't a full contact.
Jake Paul's mom is even like, he gonna knock you out. Are
Jake
you
Paul's
stupid?
gonna have to be carried to the hospital after that fight.
He's old, man. There's
Dude.
no way.
Mike Tyson's gonna go off, right? He's gonna go speed bag on him. Third round. Jake Paul's. I mean, because you know what? No. Here's what's gonna happen. Here's how Jake Paul's gonna resurrect or save his career from going into retirement. He's gonna tag his brother in, and his brother's gonna get knocked out.
That'd be fucking hilarious.
Yeah. But do you really think that Mike Tyson is going to have to expend any energy to knock him out? He's still does
Okay.
that.
Okay. If you look at
I'd be very, very surprised if this fight goes more than a round.
well, okay, take it like this. You can look this up online. YouTube this. I don't care. But there's what was it? The roast of Johnny Knoxville, and Steve wanted it. Mike Tyson was there, and Steve was there, and Steve was like, "Hey, can I just run into your fist? Don't use any kind of effort or anything. Let me just run into your fist." He broke his nose on Mike Tyson's fist, and he ran into it.
Yeah. Yeah.
If he had any effort,
man, dude,
Steve-O would have been dead.
And Steve-O's done some stupid crap in his life. I don't know. Here's Colin's outro, and just like that, he's gone without God care for your moral well-being. You, unfortunately, have been witness to yet another traumatic episode of this guy's genetic code assaulting your soul without consent. It's so violent. I just don't know what to do. But, ladies, gentlemen, again, angry faithful of all ages, this was joke time with Colin. Okay. Wow, that's really weird.
But after June, I want to see how much money I have. I was gonna get that rifle, but I'm like, Jake, I just want to. It could be like 15 seconds.
Yeah,
and I would still feel that it was money worth.
That's the only thing that's keeping me from doing it is the fact that, dude, I got to drive 4 hours just to get to fucking Dallas,
and then you have to drive back.
Yeah, to me, I don't know, man. I just might stay my ass at home and just watch it on Netflix. But
we could do that. Do a StreamYard. We can't
do your homework on that one first.
We don't have to publicize it. We can't publicize it. We can
watch it together. Yeah. Okay. All right. So real quick, I want to land the plane kind of early tonight. Go over NASCAR real quick, and then we'll call it an evening. Denny Hamlin, fucking hate Denny Hamlin. He won the race on Sunday, the Food City 500 from Bristol. Let me see here. Next race is the Echo Park Automotive Grand Prix at the Circuit of the Americas down here in Austin, Texas. It's a road course race. It's going to be Sunday, March 24th with a 2:30 Central Time start. It's going to be on Fox, PRN, and Sirius XM in the car, on the app, or in your home. Not a lot of NASCAR news going on out there, like at all. Actually,
there was more talk on the outside.
Just a second. You guys talk. I'll be right back.
Yeah, there was more talk on the Bristol event with like just the media circus coming out. Oh yeah, Chris, what do you think about the players, college players, actually getting unionized?
I hate it, mainly because of my absolute deep and abiding distrust and hatred for anything union related. I hate unions with a bright, burning passion.
No, I can totally understand that, but
see and say that to say on the other hand, like I do feel like they deserve something. I don't think that unionizing is the way it's going to go about getting them what they want. I think.
Well, they're now considered employees.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and what's happened with all their scholarships? You can't. That's the thing with the people don't realize with unions is they're going to get you this. They're going to get you this. It's like, okay, what are you going to have to give up in order to get it?
Yeah, that and the other fact of now they're considered players. Here's the thing. It's kind of a catch-22 on this because they're giving out money to get these players. Like they're giving grants, they're giving scholarships, and the college just thinks, oh, that should be just good enough. You're going to get your education, but you're also playing ball. But I've heard stories that some college football players, they were literally, they didn't have insurance. They hurt something and they couldn't play football, and that's what the devastation of their life was.
Right.
I'm like,
I get that, but union, it's gonna bite them in the ass in the long run. You watch, it's gonna bite them in the ass
because someone thinks that it's gonna be the good idea theory all over
100%.
And someone says, oh, this is going to be a good idea, it's going to be great for us, and boom, it's not.
I don't feel like it's going to work out for them in the long run, but
I wish they would actually subsidize. I mean, the colleges make billions of dollars off these kids playing football for their college. And they get like a little bit of it.
Yeah, well, I mean, rather than doing like a full-on unionizing, do some kind of profit share.
Yeah. I mean, I know I'm coming in on the tail end of it, but and at the very least, work out some kind of like licensing agreements with some of these kids.
Yeah.
Your likeness is being used in a game. Your jersey number, your jerseys are being sold. You're being used for advertising. There's some kind of licensing for your likeness. That kind of a deal. I mean, most of these kids, though. I mean, I say most of them. A good portion of them are there paying their own way. That's true. Some of them, or a handful of them, are there on scholarships. So, because here's the thing, that is a very, very, and I mean incredibly slippery slope. Because once you start paying an athlete, they become professional, and by NCAA rule, you cannot be a professional. You have to maintain an amateur status.
Right.
Still pay a person amateur money and still compete. They do
It
it in
doesn't matter, dude. It doesn't. And we're not talking about league minimums here. Okay,
well,
once you
not
get
even-
paid
not
for
even-
a service, no, listen.
like minor league.
Even with corn people, dude. I mean, the people that upload their videos, the second that they get a check cut from a website, they are no longer amateurs. They are professionals.
Yep.
That is their vocation.
That is a legal definition.
I mean, it is no longer an advocation when you get paid for it. It is a vocation. That is like the day that we finally start making money off of this show. We're no longer amateur podcasters. We are now professionals.
Yep.
Mm.
Professionals get paid.
I mean, it does not matter if it is our main stream of income or if it is a passive, means of income. It is still considered income. And by the legal definition, it is considered professional at that point. Because even the guys that play independent baseball for the Bananas, they're still considered professional baseball players because they are paid.
Yep. Absolutely.
Now, here's my thought on it as a random thing. What about like low level? Like Hawaii's not considered. I mean, it's considered a university and whatnot, and they play a little bit of the games and everything. Would their pay be differential? That can't even say the word.
Proportional
For how many games they pay or they play?
They play a full schedule just like every other university.
Mm-hmm.
Really? I thought they only played like a couple of games.
They have no. Not unless they're programmed, dude. I mean, even like the Division 2, 3, and 4 schools play full schedules. But the University of Hawaii is a Division 1 school, and they play a full ass schedule, dude. They travel just like every other team.
They just have to travel farther.
Yeah, they just have to travel farther. Now, I think that they get I think they get a generous share of home games. I think they play 75% of their games at home as opposed to the normal 50. But I think that's an agreement that the NCAA has worked out with the University of Hawaii.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, I don't know where I got it from, but someone
cheated. She hasn't laughed very much this show. Well, you know what? We are sorry. We apologize here at Angry Me, especially the Nerd Sports department. We're sorry that we haven't made you. We were sorry that we haven't made you laugh. We haven't tickled the funny bone. We haven't poked you in the right places. We apologize for that, Maria. Yes, we understand what the chicken leg was supposed to be.
Hell, I had to think about it. Of course, I'm stupid, so.
I wouldn't say stupid. Stupid is not a term that I like to throw around loosely, David. You're more of an intellectually challenged individual.
It's calling me stupid, but okay. I'm just putting more words to
it. You're not short. You're
trying to stuff that I probably couldn't understand that, but I did.
So come in here with your big fancy words, buckle learning.
You don't try to challenge me in my onomatopoeia.
You want to what?
Right, fine. You want something to tickle the funny bone here? All right, here we go. Let's
what in his cup?
Right. She did what? All right. Let me see here. I don't know why, but my TikTok algorithm is just inundated with like royal family news. And
there's a big announcement coming up.
I mean, I've got 1,776 reasons to not fucking care, but for whatever reason, TikTok thinks that I need to know, and I'm like, man.
Listen, you don't argue with the algorithm, okay?
Just kind of putting that out there. Okay, so let me see here. Garrison Brown's friend wants sister wives canceled after the death of their son. Well, okay. All right, great. Let me see here. Oh, MGM Casino denies claims Bruno Mars owes $50 million in gambling debt.
Yeah, 30 million. Get it right.
Oh, God. Drew Lachey, Nick Lachey's brother, part of the 98 Degrees boy band that, you know, the knockoff NSYNC, Backstreet Boy, New Kids on the Block mix, right? Apparently, they've got a new music coming out, and the band's getting back together. Can we say that that's going to go about as far as Jessica Simpson's reignited career?
Which they should do is have mics on their like hips and whatnot, so we can hear the cracking and everything of how old they actually are.
Well, I mean, you could hook up a soundboard to the titanium, and as it's rubbing together, you can make remixes of that. I mean, I think that would hit pretty hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, let me see
I mean,
here.
Backstreet Boys came and did like a surprise reunion little thing.
No. You're thinking NSYNC, and it was at a Justin Timberlake concert.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, I don't follow boy bands.
Fucking embarrassing, dude. Okay.
It just pops up.
Even if you don't follow boy bands, just to do Backstreet Boys. What?
That's how much knowledge I have for that bullshit. It was some boy band.
To be fair, the only reason I know is because my wife and her sister they got tickets to the Justin Timberlake show that's going to be here in Houston. And they looked at me and they're like, "You want to go?" And I'm like, "No, I'm good."
Watch the kids, make sure they don't torch this house down the ground for the insurance.
No, I mean, I got to worry about myself torching the house down. But
it's true. He will be left unsupervised.
I will. Let me see here. Keeping up with Rob Kardashian's transformation through the years, so he goes from a fat ass to an even fatter fat ass. There you go. You're caught up in less than 10 seconds.
Brendan Herrera doesn't pay like state sales tax, apparently. I was looking at a thing that Tony Gonzalez sent everybody about Brendan Herrera for him going to Congress.
Listening to political ads.
No, I'm not. I just think it's funny. It's the stuff they're saying on there is hilarious. It's so stupid. But
Gisele Bundchen
hold on. Here we go.
How life has changed since her divorce from Tom Brady. In an interview with WSJ Magazine published on March 18th, the supermodel talked to the outlet about her upcoming cookbook titled Nourish: Simple Recipes to Empower Your Body and Feed Your Soul, and what her daily routine.
Let's think about this for a second. This is Giselle, right? Since her divorce from Tom Brady, her outward appearance, much like her net worth, has kind of taken a nosedive. And now she's coming out with a cookbook, which seems to fly into the face of logic. You know, when you think, all right, she's a supermodel. Supermodels don't eat. So here she's talking about a cookbook, feed your soul and nutritional for, nutrition for well. What is there like a section on like 7 different ways on how to boil water? It's the Ethiopian diet. That's what it is. Right.
Yeah. Cause I think good comfort food, I think supermodels.
Right. Or she's on the Never diet. Please tell me you guys get that reference.
Yeah.
No, you never saw Hook?
Yeah, I've seen Hook and I remember it. And
not for many, many, many years.
There was no food there. It was only plates of steam until Peter used his imagination and boom, there was the food.
Yeah.
Okay, now Chris gets it. The light bulb finally came on. Okay. All right, great. Let me see here.
Listen, it's only a 15-watt bulb, but it's a bulb.
Hey, get you an LED.
No, Johnny. Just he's on the show because of his looks, not his brains, his looks.
Hey, I have higher aspirations for my blue corded brother here. Okay.
Don't give him that kind of ideology.
I'll do what the fuck I want. It's my show.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
No, God.
Oh, the one time where it was actually,
Yeah,
germane to the situation, and you're like, no, I'm not gonna use it though.
No, I'm not gonna use it.
Shut up, Meg.
Oh man.
What the hell is this one?
Let me see here.
Sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit. Shut up, Meg.
I was wondering what button was.
Catch all that is.
Yeah.
What, the shut up, Meg?
This works so well.
It does. It really does.
Well, he pays attention better than I do.
Yeah.
I forget that I have buttons on this half the time.
Oh, these former actors left Hollywood to follow entirely new career paths, i.e., work normal jobs. Okay, so Eric Estrada from Chips. He played Poncho, right?
He's actually a cop now. Yeah.
Yeah. He's a reserve police deputy, so
Well, that doesn't really amount to much because Shaq's a reserve.
Steven Seagal is a deputy sheriff too. So I mean, come on.
He's the real deal, though.
Yeah, I know. I get it. Yeah. All right. So Tiffany, Tiffany, the '80s heartthrob, teeny bopper heartthrob, did a very decent spread in Playboy. Just kind of putting that out there.
I don't believe
she's a store owner now.
She's a what?
I read it for the articles, but the pictures were there, and hey, things happen.
You said a bookstore?
Clothing store.
A clothing store.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Freddie Prinze Jr. played Fred in the Scooby-Doo movies.
Yeah.
He's currently a chef.
Yeah.
Sarah Michelle Gellar's husband. Yeah.
They actually have a.
He goes behind the camera. He's a producer for the WWE now.
Yeah.
No way. That's hilarious.
Let me see here.
They're actually a cute couple because actually they she does a cookbook now, and she actually does cooking and everything. She has like a cooking show on YouTube.
For the life of me, who has a cooking show, and I don't understand why, because she doesn't do all this cooking. Trisha Yearwood. She does her fair share amount of eating that cooking, but she doesn't do it.
Yes. Yeah, her and Garth both.
Yeah.
Where are the bodies, Garth?
Yeah. Where are the bodies?
Probably in the same place all the bodies Hillary and Bill stack up, because they're practically in bed together. I think it's funny that Carrie Underwood, as much as I don't like Carrie Underwood, I have to give her props. She quit the Garth Brooks tour because she got tired of hearing everybody boo.
That's hilarious.
Wow. All right. Wow. So the kid that played the son in Hook, and he was also in What About Bob? Charlie Comorso. He's a law professor now.
Yeah.
Huh.
And I get the blank stare like, oh, okay. Gina Davis from Thelma and Louise. She has like a semi-decently recurring bit role on Grey's Anatomy every once in a while. She's a documentarian. She makes documentaries, so not that big of a leap. Not that big of a career change. She's still involved with film. Okay. Angus T. Jones played the son from 2.5 Men. He is a management at a media company. Yeah, he does management stuff now.
Didn't he like become a born again Christian after the show or something like that? And like that's part of the reason.
Something like that. Yeah, and I think something like that. Yeah. Macaulay Culkin is a publisher of the website Bunny Ears.
I still can't believe he survived.
Him and Brenda Song. Yeah, dude, him and Brenda Song from Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. She played Paris Tipton. Or no, London Tipton. That was her name. They're married and have kids together.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. Like when he got his star on the Walk of Fame, like his speech was all about her.
Huh.
And I'm like, good for them. You don't see child stars making it, past, prison, hardly anymore.
Or rehab.
Or you get people like Corey Feldman. They're like, I was touched as a child. We know.
Yeah.
So do something else with your life now. No, I'm just going to play the victim card. Oh my God.
Have you seen his show intro?
No.
Like when he does live music.
Is it cringe?
I don't ever use that word. I hate using that word as a in that context, but it is the cringiest fucking thing you've ever seen. It is so horrible.
All right, so Josh Savino, he played the nerd in the Wonder Years. You remember that show? The kid with the glasses.
Yeah.
He like grew up to become Marilyn Manson, and that was quickly debunked. He's a lawyer now. Let me see here.
I watched Grown Ups 2 here recently. And I got maybe about 5-10 minutes in that movie.
And you got bored because they weren't kids?
No.
They wore their pants the whole time.
No. Well, one of the sons off that movie committed suicide. I couldn't enjoy it after that.
Way to bring it down, David.
Yeah, there you go.
Dick.
I showed a
laugh before you. That's what happens when you make up jokes before you actually know what happened.
I showed Dad Masters of Disguise this summer break.
Yeah, back up. Yeah,
spring break.
I finally watched Master of Disguise.
That was a good, horrible movie.
Oh, dude.
And Dad laughed at it. He laughed at the jokes.
I chuckled at the fart joke.
Yeah, I mean,
and that was just because it was Brent Spiner.
Right.
No, it was because it was funny.
Seeing Commander Data fart. That was it for me.
No, it was funny because everything else cut out and
fart. I mean,
and farts are funny.
Funny.
No, we're not debating that the farts were funny.
Exactly. That's my point. Like that's a low bar. If
Noah Smith, he was the youngest kid from Home Improvement. Oh,
yeah,
God. He looks like it. Vegan food company owner and tech manager for Community Submersibles. So I'm willing to bet that the submersibles doesn't work real well for him right now.
I don't think
the submarine business is kind of crushing right now.
Robin has a dog food company. The guy that played Robin in Batman, 1966 Batman.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He owns a dog food company now. So,
Jeffrey Owens, he was on the Cosby Show. He was one of the Cosby kids. He's the director of the Brooklyn Shakespeare Company. Again, not that far of a leap. Oh, Gene Hackman. Everybody knows Gene Hackman played the OG Lex Luthor. He is he's a novelist now. He writes books.
Huh.
And George Foreman. No, he doesn't sell grills for a living now. He's a ringside analyst for HBO. Good for him. Let me see here. Oh, Mara Wilson. From Matilda. She was also the daughter, the little girl in Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a writer and a podcaster now.
Yeah.
And just like David said earlier, Sarah Michelle Gellar, she's a cookbook writer and business owner. Phoebe Cates. Every young man that grew up in the 80s and 90s paused that movie more times than we care to count. We are intimately and intricately just acquainted with her areolas and nipples. She's a clothing store owner now.
Who's that?
Phoebe Cates. She got out of the pool and pulled up.
Dude, I haven't even watched that movie, and I know exactly who she is and what happened. And I've never even watched the movie. I hate Sean Penn.
What movie are you talking about?
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Good Lord.
I've never seen
Neither have I. I literally just said that. Never watched
who you're talking about.
Not a single. That is the only part of that movie I've actually even
So
seen.
on the 21st, this Thursday, are we still down to go to watch The Big Lebowski?
Yeah.
Is that still a good night for you, Chris?
I think I can swing it.
Let us know. If not, we'll adjust. We'll shift fire.
Yeah, I just need to see.
Do it on Saturday. We can do it on Friday, but I can't do it on Saturday. I still got an interview with Steve.
Yeah, I got
Friday the 22nd.
No, let's shoot for Thursday because Friday I have to pick the kids up.
So at
So
19:30,
Thursday.
7:30.
Yeah, we'll still shoot for that, unless something drastic happens and I have to get some.
Or do you just want to do 8 o'clock?
No, 7:30 is fine.
Okay. All right. Okay. By God, we're going to fix some of your cultural ineptitude, David, one way or the other, by hook or crook. Jeff Cohen, he played Chunk in the Goonies. He's a lawyer.
Yeah, and what's really funny is he set up the contract for the lowbrow, whatever his name was, for Everything Everywhere. He set up the contract because there's still
contract for him. Yeah. All right. So Peter Ostrom, he played Charlie in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Came out in 1971.
Yeah,
he's a farmer.
Yeah, he's a large. No, he's not. He's a veterinarian.
Oh yeah, veterinary.
Yeah,
God, something to do with animals.
Julia Stiles from Save the Last Dance, the Jason Bourne movies. She's a philanthropist. But in true philanthropy, though, shouldn't you be giving away your own money, not other people's money?
Are you really considered a philanthropist if it's somebody else's money?
Yes. For some reason.
No.
Bridget Fonda from movies like Single White Female. That was a scary fucking movie back in the day.
Yeah.
Currently actress. This was supposed to be an article about changing careers. Like, okay. Oh, and
She
dude,
didn't go far, did she?
She did not age well at all.
It's like
think Kelly McGillis from
I was just gonna say that was why she wasn't in the second one.
Yeah. Wow.
Oof.
Jerry Ryan. Oh, yes, she's still acting. Are you kidding me? She's always going to be 7 and 9. She's currently the captain of the Enterprise G.
Exactly.
Get over it. Give your balls a tug. Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Remember him from Home Improvement?
Yeah.
Director.
So he didn't go far either.
No, he didn't go far either. Jack Gleason from Game of Thrones. He played
Joffrey.
His role, Joffrey. Yeah, that's right, Joffrey. He's a college student and theater owner.
Yeah, he.
You know that's how he reels in all the tail, man. He's like, yeah, that was me. I was in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it's the only way because he was so hated.
I own my own theater. Yeah, I own my own theater.
For a while, when he was doing interviews. For a while, when he was doing interviews, it's like I don't want to be reminded of that. I just want to like.
Yeah, it's because he got so much hate and people were fucking going after him.
So Maria, she's going to pick this one up. Andrew Shue from Melrose Place fame is currently a website owner, and he's worth $100 million.
Damn.
Yeah, go him.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Kevin Parsons. Ooh, Karen Parsons. She played Hillary.
Who?
She played Hillary. Really? Who? You never watched Melrose Place? I know you watched Melrose Place. When everybody started going into the vacuum from not having 90210, they were like, "Oh, Melrose Place. It's the grown-up. You know, it had Heather Locklear in it." Oh,
Heather.
Never watched these shows.
I'm starting to realize, David, that our experience during the 90s was vastly different from yours.
I read a lot. She was drinking then.
Maria, we were still in high school when that show came out. I'm just kind of throwing that out there. Anyways,
well, she was probably an early bloomer.
Anyway, so the girl that played the oldest daughter in on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air played Hillary. She was the ditzy one.
Mm-hmm.
She aged well. She's currently a writer worth $1.5 million.
She was in Major Payne too.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, that's right. She played the counselor. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bring my hair clipper.
There's gotta be some way where a man that can get his kill on.
An MC Hammer. We don't have to go where he's from. He's a preacher.
Yeah.
Worth
I think his last thing he did. I think the last. How much is he worth?
1.5.
Yep.
Just
I'm
goes to
surprised
show, man.
at that.
Put your faith and trust in God, and that makes you too legit to quit. I'm just kind of putting that out there. See what I did? I brought that back. All right. Let me see. Rick Moranis.
It's full-time dad now, isn't he?
God.
Yeah.
Need you to protect Rick Moranis.
Yes. That man is a treasure.
Yeah. Absolutely.
He's a stay-at-home dad.
Yeah. Yeah. His wife.
Yeah. So after his wife died of cancer, yeah, he retired from acting. He came briefly out of retirement for the Mint Mobile commercials with Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just I still like that. You're like, you're a national treasure.
He's hinted that once the kids are completely grown and out of the house,
they should be grown out of the house now.
Has considered maybe coming back for some small roles here and there, but
that, you know, what would be cool if he did a cameo in the new Ghostbusters movie.
I would absolutely love it.
Oh, that would people in the theater would lose their minds.
We still need him for Dark Helmet in Spaceballs, the sequel too, though.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
It's funny. I'm sitting here. I'm trying to scroll through this list. You know how you get those little ads that pop up in the corner?
Yeah.
A Black Rifle Coffee RTD commercial just played. Oh, sorry.
Well, right now I'm like looking on X for shit.
So Lisa and Louise Burns, they played the twins from The Shining. Will you play with us? They're one of them's a lawyer and the other one's a scientist. Net worth combined $3 million.
I don't know. You can't really take that how much they're actually worth from that, because they're showing like.
Well, you know what net worth is, right? That's your combined assets.
Yeah,
your
assets and everything like that.
Yeah, property, things like that. Jenny Garth from 90210 fame is currently a business owner. She aged very well. Let's see here. Keith Thibodeau from I Love Lucy. Nobody cares. You were a kid then. Nobody cares now. Jay North from Dennis the Menace. He played Dennis, I think. He's a correctional officer. Something near and dear to your heart, David. There you go.
Because I work there doesn't give me a tear and dear.
Hey, I'm just saying. Jerry Mathers from Leave It to Beaver. The Beav himself is a commercial loan officer worth $7 million.
He did a couple of
he did some cameo stuff, yeah.
I know he did a cameo for Married with Children.
Yeah, and he also when they tried to do like a grown up version of Leave It to Beaver, where the Cleaver boys were all grown up. Dad had died of cancer. June Cleaver's still alive, still living, at the family house and stuff like that. Eddie Haskell, the guy that played Eddie Haskell, came back. The guy that played Wally came back. I think it lasted for like a couple of seasons. It was a decent enough show.
The mother doesn't flinch as much because she had the food on the table late.
Cleaver never flinched. If anything, Ward flinched.
Okay.
June ran that house. She was just kind enough to put the slippers on Ward's feet whenever he got home. So, let me see here. I'm trying to see Danny Bonaducci from the Partridge Families. He did a reality show for a while there. He got strung out bad and he went to rehab. He's a radio personality now.
Again, it's not like you're going that far.
Yeah, I mean it's not that far, but I mean at the very least he's cleaner now.
True.
Yeah, he's still angry.
Lisa Loring, she played the original Wednesday Addams. She is a makeup artist.
I'm still surprised of Dean Snyder from Twisted Sister. You know where he
lives in Vegas, and he does a weekly syndicated radio show.
Yeah. No, you know where he made his money though?
Where?
He wrote a song for Celine Dion.
Oh.
That's where he got most of his money. He was broke, and he tells a story. He was flat broke. He wasn't making any money from Twisted Sister anymore. He wasn't going out and doing the band stuff and everything. And someone came up to him, it's like, "Hey, do you think you could write a song for one of the artists?" And he wrote the song and everything, and the song blew up, and that's how he made his money.
Nice.
I think
did you listen to the Joe Rogan interview that he did with Cat Williams?
I tried to. I got to the.
It was painful trying to get through Cat Williams's incoherent ramblings, but toward the end of the episode, Joe Rogan busted his ass, dude. Lit him up, bro. Because Cat Williams was talking shit about Joe Rogan during his little tell-all interview with Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, and
Joe brought it up. Oh yeah, he waited until Cat was nice and high and brought it up. Dude, it was like you could see the train wreck coming, and you sat there on the edge of your seat going, "Ooh, I want to see how many people die in this one." Dude, it was glorious. I mean, don't get me wrong, Cat Williams is funny and everything like that, but listening to some of his views, he is the ultimate the paramount conspiracy theorist.
He is.
I mean, he's like, I average about 61 books a week.
No, it's 20. No, max
about 60
out of the
library, 20 at a time. But he said that he's up to about 60 books a week because he reads online too.
Yeah.
Plus he's got all of his religious stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there going,
what got me was Rob Snyder. I mean, he's told right now.
Yeah, well, him and David Spade both, and they both have a podcast.
Yeah. I just think it's fucking hilarious because that's
it's funny that once you step away from that area, you get out of LA, and even Joe Rogan brought it up. He goes, you get out of LA, and people will hold on a second. Joe Rogan said you get out of the LA area and you get out of California and you get away from that demographic, and it's like all of a sudden you can breathe.
Yeah.
And so it's funny because I mean it is exactly what it sounds like, and I mean everybody makes it sound to be like it's a cult, and that's exactly what it is.
Exactly what it is.
And we're not talking about just like the Scientologists or anything like that, but just in general. I mean, like you basically, if you literally got to make a deal with the devil when you go out there. Like if you want to make any kind of, you want to make anything out of yourself and have a sustainable career, you got to make some shady deals. And I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm good with not doing that. I really am. I mean, I could care less.
Pretty much.
Well, look at Neil McDonald. I mean, all of his movies, he's mostly the villain.
Right.
In all the movies or shows, he never kisses any of the women on there on camera, or because he stated it's like, hey, that's religious belief, and I love my wife. I don't want to kiss another woman. I love my wife.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. No,
And
I know. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
And for a
he's-
while there, he was
able to make it.
Yeah. All right. So this list of celebrities that have stepped away from their careers. So the reality show John and Kate Plus 8. You remember that? Like way back in the day.
Yeah.
The dad, John Gosselin.
Isn't he a porn star?
He has a net worth of $10,000. He is a DJ and a prep cook at TGI Fridays.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I'm like, whoa, dude. I'm like, didn't he cheat on his wife or something like that? Or they broke up or something like that?
Yeah.
Like, man.
Yeah,
And here it is. Mark Ruffalo, right? He's an environmental activist. Like, no.
No. He's an idiot.
Hobby. Mike Vivitar from the Sandlot. He played Benny the Jet Rodriguez. He's a firefighter in LA.
That I believe. Shaq does DJs. He DJs his places.
Well, yeah, but you're getting a name, and he's not half bad.
Yeah. Well, Michelle Rodriguez is the same thing. She does DJ stuff.
Yeah.
Wow, we're like
let me see here.
No.
Oh, Ally McGraw. Now, this is something that I know that I'm familiar with. You guys might not be, whatever. She played. She was in that movie, A Love Story, back in the 70s, right? She's an author and an activist now. Like that was like her one big acting role, and that was because she was married to the producer of the movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, like okay. Dylan Sprouse, one of the Cole brothers from Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He owns a brewery and he operates it in New York.
Well, you can say the same thing of Jensen Ankles.
Hold on a second. Okay. We need to get that taken care of tomorrow. Starting tomorrow. Yeah. My wife is looking at our mortgages and stuff like that. She's looking at our tax bill for the year. For my house, I'm paying $9,500 just in taxes.
That hurts.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. So I need to get up off my collective ass and I need to get down to the tax office with my VA letter.
Yeah.
I've been, for whatever reason, I have been putting it off. So yeah.
Why would you put that off?
Dude, because shit happens and I'm busy.
I can always find something better to do than deal with taxes.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I mean, twice a month, I drive over 100 miles to get my kids. I spend time with them. I'm going to school full time. I run this show once a week. I've got a house to contend with. And I already said school, I'm a full-time student. But
yeah.
plus a yard that I'm trying to revive because the winter was not very nice to it. And then just whenever, yeah. And plus, I help with the kids whenever, my wife is at work. So things kind of get in the way. We don't have all the time in the world like you do. But hey, don't let that get in the way. We appreciate you. We love the fact that you're here. Let me see here. Jimmy Walker, Dynamite. He was from Good Times.
Yeah,
radio host.
He did a small role in the Guyver.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go. So like,
oh yeah, because it is late. Yeah. Oh crap, we're at 2 hours and almost 15 minutes. All right, bud.
I'm gonna have to run too.
I will.
You gotta wrap this up.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So let's go ahead and land this plane. Vanilla Ice is a professional jet ski racer now, and home renovator. So we all know that. He still does music, so don't let that get in the way. Anyways, yeah. It wasn't the funniest episode in the world, but you know what? Hey, we were here. The hashtag pole dancer, searchers, they ended up here. They're showing up late. I mean,
yeah.
So, but, all right, we're gonna land this plane. David, you can go ahead and start it.
Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. This is Nerd Sports 152. I'm David Dickerman.
I'm Johnny Skelton.
And I am Chris Jacka.
Colin Skelton.
Thank you all for watching. Thank you for all listening. Goodbye.
Scissor me timbers.